What's going on YouTube? 𝒃𝒆𝒔𝒕 here, and welcome to the next episode of Azure Gulf. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little time lapse of the detailing that happened right over here. And then I don't know if I showed it in the time lapse, but I did end up detailing this little half circle right here. And I thought it turned out really nice. So a new episode is upon us. We are sitting at 75,000 in the bank, about 3,000 coming in per week. We have 3,300, almost 34 in population, and we have a high demand for residential. So high that some of our industrial businesses are considering leaving. And you know what? While we're here, I was looking at this. I'm going to remove this stop sign for the time being. So obviously, in this episode, we're going to be focusing on building additional residential to satisfy that demand. And I'm thinking that we start up this way and just add on a little bit. And I think that should be good. That'll hopefully hold us over until we get to zoning, or building an additional area, and then zoning some more. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. And there we go. That should do it for the time being. And I realized when we added this part of residential last time, I didn't do the fences, so I took care of that really quickly as well. So I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but there was a little pop-up right there in that time lapse that let us know that our Franklin Memorial Park has leveled up to level 2. So I mentioned that I really don't care if this becomes a 5-star park or not, but what I thought would be kind of unique is if let's come over here, we'll grab a tiny brush. If we just extend it to here, and then we add just a little bit of park assets down this way. So we unlocked this park chessboard, and we could easily put that alongside of this this pathway. And then maybe even a little cafe here on the corner. And then why not some restrooms as well? Kind of like so. And I think that should be good. So I like I said, I don't want to add too much to here. At the same time, I do want the park to progress a little bit better than level 2. And I think this should get us, at the very least, to level 3, where I think we could comfortably leave it and just let it be. So there's that. Let's do check on that level. So we have entertainment value of 526. We only need 420 in order to get to the next level. So I think that will be more than okay. Our residential demand did calm down a little bit, which is definitely good. We'll get some more residents coming in this way. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to fill in this area right here, and I have a sort of an idea. It's going to require a little bit of terraforming, but I think we're okay with it. I'm also going to put the game on 3 speed to gain some additional money, because terraforming is expensive. So I want to have yet another main road coming around this way for a couple of reasons. One is, still, if we end up connecting out that way, I want to have an outlet, and if we end up buying this tile over here, I also want to be able to do some work there. And I think that if we come out this way with the 4-lane road, I think it'll be really nice to circle around this way and connect with this main road up here, kind of making it a pretty long avenue there. So I terraformed a little bit because I wanted to have a nice and straight road without any lumpies or bumpies. So I think maybe coming out by 3 units here, or 3 blocks here, is okay. And then if we come all the way down to here, I also plan on fixing this this river as well. That's not looking as appealing as I would like it to. But what I'd like to do here is I'd like to bridge across what's gonna be an extension of the river itself, going out to the other end. So we're gonna make a bridge like that. Once we fix it, there's gonna be water flow coming down this way as well. And then as far as the curve of this goes, what we need to do first is fix this road right here. And again, I want these roads to be nice and straight. And if we have to spend a little bit of money to get that done, I'm 100% okay with that. So that's actually 20,000 of money, not a little bit. But like I said, terraforming is expensive. Alright, so I'm thinking that something like that should be alright. So we'll kind of split this area over here in half, and then we have some additional space here to zone more residential. And I guess this whole area right here might as well be residential. I don't see a reason why not. So let's put a road network coming over this way. Alright, so we got that done, and I also put in a district. So on this one right here, we're going to select it, and I want to have a certain theme on this one that I want to show you guys. So European suburbia is what we are going to go with for this whole district right here, whatever we end up building over here on this side as well. So let's see. Oh, by the way, I did put in water pipes as well. I just didn't show you. So I want to connect these two areas with a park, and I think that power did transfer over here. So now we can freely zone as much as we would like. So this one we're gonna do a little bit different than what we did before. We're gonna nix the fences, kind of like these fences right here, because power issues. Let's pause. So electricity is low. We are almost to the next milestone. We need maybe 300 and some more people. So as opposed to adding an additional power facility here, what I'll do to bridge the gap until then is I'll just increase the power efficiency all the way up to 150%, and I think that should take care of it. Yeah, perfect. And the reason I'm doing that is because in the next milestone we should unlock this. Come on, there we go. This I believe it's an oil power plant, which will replace both of the ones that we currently have, because it does actually produces double the amount of power. So that's what we're gonna do there. So residential here, and you see how these homes are coming in. Even though they're so close together, they have this hedge privacy fence built in them already. So there's absolutely zero need for us to put in the regular wooden fences in between or around or what have you. So that's that. That's kind of what I wanted to do there. Obviously, we're gonna finish up the area also. Now, let's see how we are on schools. So elementary is good. High school, I think with the addition of this right here, is gonna be a little bit low. So we'll put in a little high school campus over here. There we go, something like that. And then I think we should be able to squeeze a high school right about. Ooh, nice! It does fit in this little curve. Perfect. So we'll add it right there. And then obviously we do need a basketball court right next to that, which will look really nice. And since we're here, I know we don't have a ton of money to blow, but I'm gonna put in a tennis court there, and I want this to be like a little just mutual park area. So we'll add a little playground. This one's 7,500. Could we fit this one? We could, and we will. Perfect. And then while we're at it, I think we can have some residential here. Oh, and hey, look, we just reached our next milestone. So we'll add that there real quick, and we'll take a look at that milestone. And I'll get rid of this little chunk there as well. So milestone 4,200. We are now a busy town. We've unlocked new city planning policies, bunch of new services. Tourism is now a thing if we choose to do it. New policies. We've got new roads. Finally, we got some of these roads with trees. New buildings. So we get the high density buildings here now as part of the milestone unlock, non-cheating way. And we get the hospital, the fire station, the police headquarters. We also get the oil power plant, which is something that we're going to use right away. And then a couple of these other parks and buildings that we may or may not mess with here in the near future. But let's take care of the important things first. So a new power plant. I'm going to keep them all grouped here. So we'll go with oil power plant. That'll be good. And if we come over here, just out of curiosity, we're going to turn off on both of these. Let's go into our budget. We'll bring this all the way back down to 100%, and let's see how much this new facility is producing and if it's enough. So it does look like it is enough. So 124 megawatts is what it's producing. We're using 83. And it completely replaced both of these ones that we currently have here. So now when we need additional power here in the near future, we're going to activate one of these and run with that in mind. So another thing and I'm just trying to get the power to spread over here, is I wanted to have some homes on the river here. As soon as these guys start zoning over here, that's when we're gonna zone there as well. And I think that'll be really nice, especially after we fix it, make it look a little bit nicer, and do some decor. I think it's gonna look just absolutely amazing. So. Okay, let's see. Sterling Heights. We're gonna need a district name for this, so I'm gonna let you guys decide what the name for Sterling Heights is going to be. Maybe think of something with the river. I don't know, something like that. And then the other thing that I wanted to do, and I think I mentioned it in the previous episode, is I wanted to have an additional district right here that will be our local and organic produce district. So nothing big, nothing fancy, just something a little different here in the area. So we can apply that policy right away, organic and local produce, and then we'll zone it as well since we do have that commercial demand, and we'll see if we can keep some of this industry alive. Okay, there we go. I think that should do it. And I really like having something like this in a designated area, kind of away from all of the mainstream commercial. That way you can just pop on in here, grab some natural and organic groceries, and go home. And what I think would be really nice here too is if we can get a pathway across, and we can, and that looks much better. Okay, so as this area develops, before we start zoning more down this way, I want to do a couple of things. I want to make sure first and foremost that we are ready for expansion, meaning that we have, I think we should be okay on power, but water and sewage, garbage, that kind of stuff. And then at the same time, again, before we expand, I did mention that I wanted to fix this river here, so I think we should take care of that as well. But let's do the vitals first. So we'll come over here and we'll take a look at our sewage first, and we're low. We are low, so we'll add an additional inland water treatment facility for our sewage. And then water, we have 2 water towers over here. I want to move all water towers and have them situated in this particular area, right here. I think it would look nicer here than up there on the hill. Now, before we do that, let's take a look at our garbage. So I think we might be a little bit full. Actually, let's select that. Ooh, I'm gonna pause right there. We are at 99%. So with us being at 99%, I think it's definitely time to not add an additional landfill, but look at a different option. So I know for a fact that we have let's see, we'll come all the way out in this way. I know for a fact that we have unlocked the recycling centers. So I want to shift over towards the greener option. So we're gonna utilize some recycling centers here. I'm gonna grid out just a little bit more out this way. All right, so we're gonna blow a good amount of money on garbage here. So these recycling centers cost 16 apiece. If you see down or up in the top left where it says garbage processing status, we're at 0. We have no processing facilities. We only have storage facilities. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start adding these until we get up a good chunk into the green. So one of them gets us about, what is that, like a 1/10 of the way in. So if we add 4, we are in the yellow. I think 2 more, and we're in the green, and we are also out of money. So I'm going to set this to empty. We do have a little bit of demand for industry, so I'm going to use up this area right here and just kind of fill in a little bit. I'll leave room up this way for 2 more recycling centers, and we'll add some industry there as well. I think we should be okay for quite a while. And then I think at the next milestone we unlock the incinerator plants. Let's take a look at that. That's going to be under buildings. Yeah, incineration plant. So we'll get rid of the landfill completely, and we'll use a incineration plant or 2 to make sure that that we're good to go, that we have sufficient coverage. And yeah, see, I just saw a little water bubble there, letting us know that we're not doing great on water. So let's do some work over here. All right, and I think that should definitely do it. So once this area fills in with water, I think a little bit of decor would definitely be well deserved. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clear out some of these excess trees that we have that are gonna end up looking pretty polluted if we don't remove them in time. Like that. We can leave the rock here. Why not? We'll see what it looks like. If it doesn't look good, we'll fix it anyways. So that, I also added some homes over here. I think for now this should be just a-okay. We do still have additional demand for residential, so I'm gonna zone all of this right here. You guys maybe saw me in the time lapse kind of block off this area right here. The reason I did that is because I wanted to maximize zonable space on one street as opposed to both. So by providing a fence right here alongside this this road right here, it maximizes the zonable squares we have on this street right here. And I'll add a little bit more here just because I know that the demand will stay high. And we should be good. One other thing I wanted to check on as well, elementary school. Yeah, so we're a little bit low on that. Since did I zone anything here? I didn't. Perfect. We have this road connection here. So what we can do is just very gently hook up to that, or to the neighborhood road over here. And we can add an elementary school there. Perfect. And now we can hope for a good fitment for a park somewhere in the near vicinity. I think right here should be okay, and this whole area then is going to be strictly dedicated towards our elementary school. Then we'll do just a little bit of upkeep right there, and that's just to prevent these little hoodlums from getting away. And that is looking good. I'm all right with that. Now, the one thing that I'm not okay with is that we're not getting any water out this way. So what we'll have to do is, and I'm hoping that that's going to be enough, is, let's see, water. We're a little bit low. I think we made this this river here, or this part of the river, just a little bit too wide. So I'm hoping, I'm gonna select this height here, since we have everything kind of along there. I'm hoping if I bring it in just a little bit. Okay, and something like that I think should definitely work. The only thing that I'm afraid of is there not being enough water, and if there isn't, we're gonna have to add an additional water feature And I'm gonna, just to increase the flow, I'm gonna add an additional water tower there. And then once we get to the population of 14,000, we can replace these 4 with one of these bigger ones, which I think would look a little bit nicer. And unfortunately, since we don't have this tile right here, we may not be able to make this work unless we do one of these. And I think that should work just a little bit better. I am noticing a little bit of crime happening here in the area as well, and that is because we don't have any city services over here on this side of the city. So no medical, no police, and actually fire we do have. But no police coverage. Fire, we have this large fire station right here. So what we could do is we could add a police station as well as a little clinic here. And I'm gonna go with the bigger one. We'll splurge and we'll get everything covered. So police headquarters, I think, would fit all right there. And look at all those happy faces. And taxes too. Man, we're spending a lot of money. I was hoping these guys wouldn't complain about this too much, but I guess they wanted to anyway. So I'm gonna get rid of these power lines, and let's take a look at our taxes. So we're at 13%. We'll lower that down to 12 and see if that makes them happy. And it does. Perfect. And I think 12 is that sweet spot that for the rest of the game we don't have to mess with it. It'll just be all right. Now, police, and then I did want to add a medical clinic as well. And I like this European one right in there. So that'll kind of cover some of this area here. And then obviously they kind of stick out here like a sore thumb. So what we're gonna do is a little bit of foliage here to make it blend in just a little bit better. And you know what? Since we have a Paradox Plaza over on the other side with all of our city services, we'll add one right here as well. And wow, that actually just looks fantastic right in there. Perfect. Very good. I think maybe we try to cross into this side right here. We're almost at that next milestone. We only need 100 more people. One of you guys mentioned in the comments that it would be nice to bridge across with a dirt road, creating that wooden bridge, and I agree 100%. So let's see if we can't make it look nice. Then come out that much, and I think that's relatively straight right there. And then we'll come down almost immediately to right about there. And I think that gives us a pretty nice bridge, except if we never mind. That's going to be the same exact thing. And then I also don't feel comfortable having a home like right on right there where it intersects with the bridge. So we'll get rid of those homes there, and that's that. Garbage. I've been seeing these icons pop up. I think we're a little bit low, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because we do unlock that incinerator here in just a few people, and we're gonna be using that. This one's at 44%. So, oh, power. See, it's a good thing that we kept these. So if we activate another one, where do we end up with power? Good, we are in the green, so we should be good to go. I'm happy with the way this turned out. A little bit of decor over here, and I think we should be okay. A couple of parks maybe as well. That way we have ample coverage, and we're good. in the next episode, what I'd like to do is focus on this area right here. Once we get that completed, we'll see what we can do with this old abandoned industry building here. Maybe we keep it, maybe we don't. And then we'll come down here and we'll start working on our bridge to expand out into this area right here. I still have to buy the tiles, so we need to get more population in order to be able to grab a couple of tiles right here. Because I was looking at it and it just so happens that it's oh, there we go, next milestone. That the split right here and right here where we want to put the bridge is right in between the two tiles. So once we do decide to go out this way, we are going to have to buy both of these tiles. So we'll take a look at that milestone in the next episode. I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, be the best that you can be in everything that you do, and I will see you guys on the next one.